Hello and welcome back to a
Season two.
season. Is it season two or season three?
Season three,
Mm.
sorry.
Wow. Season two
Tres.
was a
Perdón.
movie. That's why season two was just a movie.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah,
sequel to season one.
we're back. We're This is either going to be a movie or episodes as well.
No. Season two is always stinky. Season three is where it gets great. This is
It gets
season is going to
great.
be better than ever.
hmm Well, we played
I
football
am
on the weekend.
sweating, by the way. It is humid as hell.
We played football on the weekend. Somebody made the entire game bad and just made someone quit and leave, even though we had like 10 minutes left. I won't say who's who, but you, we could tell
Listen, all
by.
I'll say is
There
us
we
three
go.
were in a team. We won, but we had a guy sabotaging us half the time.
Hmm.
Sometimes it came good, sometimes you're just killing us. So that's all I will say.
Yeah. And then one person tried to be a hero at the end for some
Mm.
reason, he was making Hollywood passes and he wanted to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
out his
That
goalkeeper
that
duties.
person, by the way, MH is talking about, gave him four beautiful balls over the top, Cesc Fabregas style-esque,
Mm.
onto the same spot. But unfortunately, MH got the finishing touch of Darwin Núñez. So,
It's funny how he says Arsenal player as the ball.
but I just whenever I think of
Couldn't
those
say
type of balls, no,
skulls.
whenever I think of those type of balls, I think of a certain Cesc Fabregas.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I was
Well,
kind with Darwin Núñez. I was gonna say Rasmus Højlund, but anyway, moving on.
yeah, do you want to take lead?
No, you can take the lead. You're an excellent co-host.
My excellent co-host.
Host.
Appreciate it, man. Oh, now we'll
Host.
co-host.
There's a respect, I have to give you the top respect. So yeah.
It would be nice if like the committee could have my respect as well.
Well, the committee don't care about your feelings, so
Is the committee banned by any chance?
no, sadly they're still in power.
They're
They're
still in power.
they're all corrupt fucks, man. That's why it's sorry language.
Mm,
So yeah.
one day we'll get, the power.
One day, yeah, exactly. One day we'll have their power to us. The one day their power will be to us, inshallah.
Intro. Okay, well, we have our usual start of the season Premier League predictions. The topics were top five, bottom three, flop of the season, play of the season, and ones to watch out for, be
But
good or
by the way,
bad.
how are you feeling for the new season? New season starts literally 1 week from now.
It,
One
it,
week minus one. 1 week
I feel
minus
like it's
one.
going to be a good season. I feel like it's going to be a very competitive season.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a more exciting season as opposed to last season where it was literally horrible. Last quarter of the season where we already knew who was going to win the title, who was going to finish bottom three. We already know who the flop signing was, everything. So I feel this is going to be exciting just based on the fact that we don't know what to expect. There's a lot of uncertainties, especially within the top five teams. I think the bottom three is also a little bit more exciting because there's been a lot of changes in regards to the bottom teams now. I feel like they've gone a little bit weaker as opposed to in previous seasons. So, and I feel like actually one of the top bottom three teams that's come up from the championship has gone big. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. So, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of ambiguity. So City going through the change, Liverpool, reinforcement, signed a left back and signed a new right back, new midfielders, and a new striker potentially with Isaac, Arsenal with a new base, United with a new attack. It's a lot of ambiguity. Yeah, and I think we might get the traditional top six, should I say, on the table with Spurs back inside the top six, but I still think Liv, I mentioned the bottom teams are getting weaker and weaker every year. So not good.
I disagree a bit. I feel like with the last, I'll say I think last season was when it comes to 1 to the 17th. I
Hmm.
feel like it was the strongest I've ever seen it, especially the bottom. The fact that Man United finished 15th and Spurs finished 17th should tell you how good they were. Because I feel, as a United fan, I feel like we've had much worse seasons, but we somehow finished sixth. This season, I feel like even though we were bad, but we actually got punished for being bad. Whereas in the other season, I feel like because the other teams were not as good. So like I remember 2021 season, I felt like a team like Brentford, even though they were good and exciting, we beat them basically home and away because they weren't up to our level. But now, last season, I feel like they were up to our level, actually better than us, and that's how I feel. But this season, I agree with MH. I feel like I don't think that's the case anymore because I feel like we've nitpicked basically the best players of those teams, basically. So I think it's going to be interesting, and there's been a lot of change. So yeah.
All right. Well, we'll get into our top five. Do you just want to do like place by place, or do you want to do like
Yeah,
everyone's full?
let's start with fifth, and we all say who our fifth is.
Also, fifth was the most difficult for me.
So
Oh,
I agree. I feel like fifth
Yeah.
was very hard. It could have been five, six, seven teams. I genuinely don't know. It was hard.
Mm.
So yeah,
But I made this list yesterday.
yeah.
okay.
Okay. So as we all, I'll start with fifth. As we all know, fifth place throughout the past few seasons it has gone to an outsider.
Hmm.
Like Villa, Newcastle, Forest could have been there last season. Uh, so I went with that theme, and there's a reason why I said I made the list yesterday. It's not due to today's event that just happened. I put Palace fifth. They were my team to watch out for last season, and I think if everyone's healthy, who knows what could happen?
Well, you've got Arsenal potentially nitpicking their best player in Eze.
That's
If
what I'm
that
saying.
does
I
happen,
said currently.
okay, okay,
My
okay.
my thing that's actually not a bad shot. I feel like they're the only team or one of two or three teams out of minus the top six that actually improved even
Exactly.
slightly. I feel like they're prime. But my only problem with Palace is they always start slow. They
Yeah.
always start slow. They never start fast.
This season's
So
changing.
it's either you're judging it by what hope or you're judging it by history.
I'm dodging it by
I feel like
this entire list is
yeah,
hope.
it's yeah, I know. But I feel like with I having seeing my team play with a back three, I feel like a team that plays with a back three ain't gonna do much, in my opinion, in the league
Okay.
because it has limitations, and you're relying on fitness of your key players,
I mean, again, you could go down
which is
today,
hard to
but
say in a 38 game season. So it's not a bad shot. It's actually not a bad shot,
it's
but
not a bad shout.
yeah. My fifth, and this was quite hard, and I feel like I just put it there by default. Is Tottenham Hotspur.
Mm. Okay.
I feel Tottenham Hotspur, I feel like underperformed massively last season. A lot of it was down to a lot of it was down to injuries. Like they got freakish injuries. A lot of players, basically, I think the starting 11 basically was out for a good month, at least somewhere out for 3, 4 months. So I don't think we actually saw the real Spurs. I feel like uh when they're at the best, I think they've got the second or third best defense. I feel like that back four is really strong. But my where I feel like it might go wrong is again injuries. I think all those players are basically injury prone. They do pick up a lot of injuries. So that's where I'm like, oh, I feel like they got a good striker, which I feel like might actually bang. I feel like last season was his transition. I feel like he might do well. My only problem is that attacking mid, and that's whether they could get Eze. They get Eze, I genuinely think they'll comfortably finish fifth. And Kudus, I think, is an excellent signing. I think he underachieved last season, but I watched him the season before and he was lightning. And I feel like he's going to do real well. Paulinho, I think, is a massive signing. That guy is a ground eater. He eats ground like it is for basically breakfast. Basically, he will just kill our attacks. Basically, I feel like Spurs are gonna be a nasty, nasty team to play against. Genuinely nasty, and I feel like they're a very good set piece team. I think I think they're gonna win a lot of games, 1-0, 2-0. Basically, second goal basically coming in 90th minute, or the third goal basically coming in the 90th minute, and they're gonna win a lot of games like that. I don't think they're gonna be pretty. I don't think they're gonna play the Spurs way. But I think they're going to be a very efficient and very good. And I think Thomas Frank is a very good manager and they've hired very well. So yeah,
Would you not say like, Thomas Frank, no doubt he's a good manager and all, yeah, but like it's his first season with a big team. Like we've seen this with what was the current Forest manager? Freaking Nuno.
you know,
We've seen it with that. We've seen many big managers go to there and they can't do nothing.
my thing with Thomas Frank, which makes him different to the others, is he changes his style based on the other teams. He can play in multiple ways, and I feel like he's done well, even though he's lost his best players. So he lost Ivan Toney. He
Hmm.
lost a lot of other players. I can't remember who they are, but a lot of the times they basically play with 11 NPCs. Like they
Mm.
switch around, you won't know the difference, and they still play good.
Okay.
So like when he was in the championship, he had a front three of Ben Rama, Ollie Watkins, and Brian Mbeumo,
Okay.
and he lost two of those players, and they went up. So he's very good. He's very, very good at getting the best out of players. So I feel like he's a very, very good manager waiting to blossom. And I think Spurs are the type of team that will basically find upcoming player or manager and then take them to the next level, like Pochettino. But yeah.
All right. All right. Who's you got fifth?
Fair shout. And I've got Manchester United. One game a week. That's something I think Tottenham do not have. A new attack, a new striker, potentially a new midfielder. I just feel like it's just with Tottenham, you could say they've got a new coach and they have, a new midfield or whatever, but heritage is important when it comes to top five. Are you able to deliver when it's really important? And I think Spurs do not have that. I think United, you've seen it as an Arsenal fan, we go to OT, we rock up, and they might be 15th and we still struggle to lose or to win that OT. So it's one of those stadiums where they have the heritage there, and I just feel like it will come clutch when it's once a week. So yeah, fifth is enough. They'll probably get around 60, 64 points, 65. I think that's probably enough for fifth. Potentially Champions League football for United. So yeah, and I'm not banking on Ruben Amorim being great to like Liverpool's banking on Thomas Frank being great. I'm banking on the fact that they've got Mavericks in their team. So I think Mavericks will win them the game.
They're moments team, yeah.
Yeah, literally.
I watched them in preseason. I watched them yesterday in live, and I genuinely think it's the same as last season. I think Cunha and Mbeumo are generally the two worst players that they could have signed. I think, especially Brian Mbeumo. Watching Brian Mbeumo felt like watching Anthony.
Mm.
I'm not lying. Um, listen, that guy might be the definition of system player. He and Brennan Johnson's are cousins. You bought a guy for 70 mil that the only thing he can do is finish. That's it. This is he did, as I said to H, those two players will disprove the word prem proven. Because even though you score goals at the prem, does not mean you can go to another top team and do well. Honestly, they are my underachievers. Sorry. And I feel like midfield is going to be an issue for them. I don't think that midfield's good.
I agree. That's why they need a new centre midfielder, a Baleba or a Adam Wharton, someone that
Still
can.
got a month in the transfer window.
Yeah, it's no panic. And as Leban always prefixed it, it's a pre-season. You're not there to judge them fully on pre-season. You get judged in season, right? So pre-season are for players to get in shape. So let's see what happens. After 10 games, that's when I start to look at the table and see how players blossom.
Liban, you said you were hot, but you're still wearing a jumper. Are you on mute or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that 2017 joke, but I'm not
Oh,
hot. Okay, but I'm just saying it's because I have a bad hair day, so I don't want to show off my hair. So,
I'm not sure.
but yeah, with United, I genuinely feel their manager will be gone by October. Wrote it down, book it down. That three at the back would not work. Make
Okay.
a note. Make a note of it. Put it down anywhere. He's gone by October.
Herschel, you got fourth. Might as well go the other way now.
Yeah. Fourth, I've got Arsenal. And
Okay.
I'm a big believer of after 3 seasons, generally you drop off in quality and in levels and in points. And I feel like Arsenal are going to have that season. I think LA, who's a big advocate on, once you do perform quite well after 2 or 3 seasons, naturally you will drop off. For example, we saw it with Liverpool on the club. We've seen it with Pep, even though Pep had it for 5 years. We've seen it drop massively. I think this is Arteta's season. I think it's not going to be the season where Liverpool, where they were really bad, really, really bad, for like 60% of the season and they came
Fix
clutch
it,
towards
yeah.
the end. I think it'll just be one of those ones where I think the teams that are above us are just better generally. They're just better. So yeah, it's just we just have to reset this summer and let's see how 2027 goes without
So do
Arteta.
you think Arteta lasts the season?
I think he doesn't last the season. I think he'll get sacked like in like May, end of the season. I think he will just resign himself,
Okay,
but I don't think the
that's what I
club.
was gonna ask. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
is your board ruthless enough?
No, no, no.
I get a tendency with your board. They're not ruthless enough. I don't think they're winners. I think they are very grateful that Arteta has basically saved them in the road they were, and
Yeah,
I feel like they'll continue with him until the wheels falls off
like
or
Wenger.
he leaves them. Basically,
Yeah.
my thing with Arsenal, actually, never mind. I'll keep it to the end. But yeah,
Okay.
my fourth choice is.
Fourth choice. Yeah.
Mhm.
Fourth choice is basically Chelsea. I feel Chelsea are gonna have a good season, but I feel like my thing with Chelsea is I know there's a lot of hype around them. I think they won very well today against a very good Milan side that has been good in preseason. They won well against Leverkusen on Friday. They've got a lot of good players. My
Club World
thing
Cup
is
final.
the Club World Cup finalists, but my thing is when it comes to those mid-table sides away from home, I feel like they're struggling, and that's where I feel like their inexperience will count. I feel like their Caicedo injury away from basically being bang average. João Pedro is a very good player. I think João Pedro is a very good signing, but I don't rate the other players like Gittins or potentially Xavi Simons or who is it? Hato. I don't rate
Garnacho.
those players.
Garnacho.
I don't think they're signings for a top team in my opinion. So and they need to and Levi Cole's basically got ACL, so
Mm.
that's their best defender. You're really relying on a Badiashile, who's the other one? The guy
Chalaba.
Chalaba. Chalaba, the Chalaba they said wasn't good enough last season and they had to bring back. You're relying on those two players. Good luck. And Robert Sanchez behind them in goal.
That's why I
They're
put them
good, look
fourth as
good, but
well.
I feel like what will happen is they'll start off well and then they'll fall off. And that's the Chelsea way.
Completely agree. That's why I agree with you. I put them fourth as well. I would say that they do have depth, but they don't have a depth in quality. I would
Exactly.
say like you're right with the one injury away. I would say like their main lack of depth is to do with their defense. They don't have anything back there, and they also need a new keeper.
I'm surprised they haven't gone for a world class centre. But I genuinely cannot. I feel like their philosophy when it comes to signing, I feel like gets them to a like a top four team-ish area. But when it
Mm.
comes to winning the league, I feel like that's where they're like. Like you can't like if you're going for the league, you can't sign Gerald Hato, you can't sign Xavi Simons, you can't sign Jamie Gittens, who's basically a bench player for Dortmund in the second half of the season. Like you can't sign. You need to sign top players like Liverpool have. Wirtz, Frimpong, Terkes. Those are top players. Those are guys that actually want stuff as well. So I don't get it. Even Ekitike, honestly, Ekitike looks so good today in the Cup Community Shield. So
Mm.
Mm,
my,
okay.
but yeah,
Okay. Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
But with Chelsea, I will say this. I think they're a goodish team. I think they'll comfortably make top five. But something tells me their manager's gonna get sacked.
Mm,
Mm.
I think so because their board is quite ruthless. They think he has to challenge this season. That's what I think they will feel. Like I don't think they're the type of board that will accept mediocrity. They sack Poch.
True. So we're all like 15 minutes in, and we're at now we're saying Chelsea will sack their manager, United will sack their manager,
and
and Arsenal
also,
will sack their manager as well.
I never said
well,
Arsenal was my second manager. I
No,
said,
no,
that's my
push
prediction.
okay,
it.
all
So
right,
we all had three, right? So
Not
yeah,
all
but
like Liverpool got two, you got one.
yeah.
true.
What's yours though?
Me, I'm
Who's
a
gonna
ride
success
storm
for
kind
you?
of guy. Yeah, Adam fourth. Third. For me, is Liverpool. It
Wow.
is a big transfer window that they smashed it. Okay, I would say it's one of the best transfers windows that we've seen from a club in a while. However, it's just the fact that can Arne Slot handle all of those players and handle the selfishness of some players as well. Of course, we are saying that this is hypothetical. Like Isak's not going there. Okay, this is just currently right now that squad. I just think that there's too much that could go wrong that they won't be able to replicate what they did last season, in my opinion.
It's funny. I also agree with you in third. I feel like ceiling wise, I feel like they could win everything if like at their best. But I feel like there has to be too many things that go right. I feel like defensively, they're literally an injury away from having
Hmm.
Endo playing centre back for them. Like like Endo currently is their second choice centre back because Joe Gomez has once again injured himself. I feel like Mo Salah, having watched Mo Salah, I feel like he is starting to, I want to say fall off, but the signs do not look good. Normally, he's the one that is red hot when it comes to start of season, preseason. I don't think he scored many goals this preseason. I feel like also when you sign that many players, whether it's the right back, the striker, the cam, the left back, I feel like you need to have a transition season to know the level of those players and to know how good they are and which positions they will play. So it's going to be an interesting season. That's where I feel like they're going to finish third, and that's where I feel like I think there's going to be too many potholes. I feel like also, how's Van Dijk? Van Dijk's what, 32, 33,
Hmm.
something like that. Mo Salah's what, 33, 34. The father time eventually comes, mate. So accept it. And I feel like with them, I just remember in last season, I feel like they were built on being solid. They were built on basically being hard to break down. They had Nunes and freaking Gakpo and what's his name, Luis Diaz, working their tails off, running back, chasing back, basically so Salah can be their outlet and he can do whatever he likes and he doesn't have to defend as much. But now when you have Ekitike and you have Wirtz and you have whoever, potentially Isaac, I feel like you have to change rules, and I feel like that's where Mo Salah is probably gonna have to be different. I feel like he has to do a lot more defensive work, and I feel like that might not be too good for him. And I feel like they're gonna finish third, and I don't think they'll be happy. So also having watched them their last two games, they are quite weak defensively. They're they're easy to get at. So we'll see. We'll see. I feel like because I think this thing, right? We played them last season in preseason. They destroyed us, and I was like, oh, this team, there's something about them, and they went on to win the league. I watched them this season, like this is one of the preseasons, and I thought, something's a bit off. So yeah. Although I will say they didn't have Gravenberch today, so but again, how can Gravenberch be your only six in the squad? Come on, and Endo, come on. So yeah,
Hmm.
who's
What
your
makes you
third?
got third?
So you both have Liverpool as third.
Yeah,
Wow. Even though they've signed, you know, when we looked at we just talked
players.
about Chelsea of
I
not
agree.
signing
I agree.
floor not signing floor and level risers or
Hmm.
players that have high technical ability to compete for
Hmm.
them in
But
the
I feel
title.
no,
But
but I
now you're
feel like
saying the opposite of they signed too many
yeah, but you have
technical
to.
players.
Yeah,
Players
but I
with
You
feel like
can't
there
have it,
has
potential,
can
and
you?
I just
I feel
don't
like
think
there
they'll
has to
do
be
it.
a perfect balance. I feel like signing three or four is the perfect balance. And I feel like it's not three like of okay, he goes, then you come in. He goes, then you come in. Normally you have to build on top of that. Where that's where the competition comes in. But if you're replacing like for like you're
Yeah.
replacing Trent with Frimpong, is that much of an upgrade?
Well, Keke to Robertson for me, it is.
Oh, it could
I
be,
think
yeah.
so.
That's one way I'm like, yeah, that's a confident upgrade, and you keep Robertson as well, so
Yeah.
that's good. But like, I'm talking about Luis Diaz and who's
It's Kike.
Ekitike.
Yeah.
That could be an upgrade. That could not be an upgrade. Who was the other
We'll
one?
see.
Exactly.
You
So
got the biggest signing this summer of Florian Wirtz,
he looked
who
good
I
today.
think,
He looked good today, but it's like
and
you don't know if he's gonna succeed or not because there's a massive Bundesliga attack. So yeah,
yeah, but
So
okay,
you got that then.
for me, third, who do I have in third? Let me check. Ooh, I have Chelsea as third. Yeah, Chelsea is my third.
playing.
Chelsea, just because of, again, I think that they have that experience of winning and
Hmm.
they have that mentality of, that we're the underdogs this season. Not many people have as title favorites they're not in the same boat as, for example, a City or a Liverpool or Arsenal. So they kind of love that kind of, pressure off mentality approach. And I feel like when you have players like Cole Palmer who are Mavericks, who are, they can score 3 goals in one game. They've got players like Joao Pedro, who's, I think for me, is my type of striker, someone that can do everything from pressing to link up to finishing. He's got the whole package. Defensively is only my issue, but I think with Caicedo there, the Caicedo attack is so strong that I think it'll be enough for them to at least get top three. That's my opinion.
You think
Yeah,
Joao Pedro's going to be the nine?
Yeah,
yeah, he's a
100%.
nine.
100% the nine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Who, who-
that guy cannot
Not
stop
named up.
scoring. That guy cannot stop scoring, can he?
Nah, nah.
He
He's
just
like
keeps scoring. He scored again today as well.
he's like the Gabriel Jesus, when Arsenal had the 22-23
Yeah.
season.
Oh,
He's basically giving them that kind of feeling of I can connect them three together.
come, just asking, just
Yeah.
asking. Who you got second then?
Ooh, has Livan ever gone first? Because he's just been agreeing with us. Go Livan, go second.
Oh, go on then.
Second, I have. Shall I go first or second?
You
You
know
go.
what? Do both.
Yeah,
Okay. In second place, I have Man City, which means I have Arsenal winning the league.
he's done this
And the
last season as
reason
well.
why I say this is because I feel like Arsenal have are coming into the season with the least amount of questions to their squad.
We do have
I feel
questions.
like apart from the main obvious one, which is striker, I feel like they've got all bases covered. I feel like if they get injuries to two, three positions, I think they will be fine. So if they get injured to Saliba, I think they've got six, seven basically available, ready to go.
What
They
about
get
left wing?
injury, huh?
Yeah.
Left wing. Left wing.
Huh?
Left wing.
Left wing, mate.
If they get injured to Madueke, which I feel he's gonna be their first choice. Am I wrong?
Madueke is first choice left winger.
I think
The way he played
Martinelli
against
still.
Bilbao, hey, well, it was good, wasn't it, Hash?
It was all right. I think he's more like the Sonny of City where he's
His
like
crosses though,
touchline.
his
Yeah.
Direct.
crosses,
He's direct, but
his
I still
crosses.
think
Violent.
Martinelli's still number
Yeah,
one.
but I feel like if Madueke gets injured, Martinelli is a known quantity. You know what you're gonna get with Martinelli. If Saka gets injured, you've got the star boy, Max Diamond
Okay.
and Ethan Nwaneri playing there. If Gyökeres gets injured, you got Havertz. If Odegaard gets injured, you got Diamond that can also play there as you lot are gassing up. Because according to her, she's the next Lamine Yamal, so I expect big things of
I
him.
think Where is going to play the camera more this
Yep.
season.
We'll see. And
100%.
you got Nwaneri as well.
Got
So
Gabriel Jesus still on the books.
no, he's out of my reckonings. Sorry, man.
Okay.
And yeah, I feel like I feel like they've got they're such a solid team that they can win without playing well as well, which is I feel like the main thing to win leagues. That you can just win five, six, seven, 8 games, 2-0, 3-0, no thrills, just basic winning basically. I don't think the other teams can play that. And why I have City second is I feel like they're going to be very good at times, and I think they'll be very bad at times. And I feel like the same issues that they had last season, I think it's going to raise its head. I feel like they're too easy to play in it against when it comes to transition. I don't think the way they're going to play this season will solve that issue. I feel like they're going to go other way where they're going to try outscore teams. And the way the signings they've made have actually indicated that. So instead of going for a defensive left back, they actually went for an attacking left back. Reinders, I think, is going to be a very good player for them, and who knows, he might be the person I put as signing of the season. But anyway, I feel Erling Haaland's going to be best. I feel like Foden is definitely going to be back to his best, and I expect that attack to be clicking and flowing. And I feel like guys like Savino, guys like Doku, who was basically last season, first season or second season. So Doku was second season. I feel like they're primed to basically go. So I think
Mm,
they're gonna do well.
completely agree with you again. I think we got the same top four.
Crazy, innit?
Yeah,
Crazy, crazy.
yeah, we got the same top four. Just with
Crazy. Okay.
the main reason I have Arsenal over City is because with City not really a rebuild, but they did sign a lot of players, and also with Rodri coming back, I think it's just the chemistry, and I think we're
And
gonna
he's
make it
got injured
work.
as well.
Hmm?
He got injured again.
Did he?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's out
apparently
till
Pep said he got a serious injury at the Club World Cup, but he'll be back by September.
yeah.
So
Back honestly, okay, fine, but still, yeah, I just not enough time for everything to click. I think they will click Christmas time. I
I
think
think they're
that.
gonna win a lot of games convincingly, but I think they're gonna
Mm,
lose games that they can't basically they're just gonna lose control basically of some games. Like the Al Hilal game was just I feel like there's gonna be a lot of games like the Al Hilal game. So yeah.
mm.
Hesh?
Top two hush.
So on Arsenal, and you say there wasn't much changes, but they've just changed their base from Jorginho to Partey, Jorginho Partey and
Oh, Jorginho played a lot of
to
games now.
Martin Zubimendi to Norgard. Isn't
Uh-huh.
that a downgrade? Or isn't
Uh,
that unproven
how many
players?
games did Jorginho play last season?
He played quite a good few
So
games.
how
He
many in
played
the
a few
Premier League?
games.
He ended the games.
How many
Yeah,
games did he start for that in the Premier League?
probably a handful. We're
So
talking
that's
like
so not enough.
five or six.
So not enough impact then.
But he was again, he
Not
was
enough impact.
a viable solution when Partey was out. Like you could still bank on
Are we
Jorginho.
really having a conversation about Jorginho?
I
Are
think
we
he
really?
was. I think Jorginho is one
Oh,
of the most underrated midfielders. He's
so
up
you'd
there,
rather have Jorginho right now than Norgard?
100%. That's not even a debate. How are we having this
I
debate?
agree
Like,
with that.
yeah, it's not a debate.
37-year-old Jorginho, really?
Listen, IQ still there, man.
37
Yeah, it's
year old
about the brain,
Jorginho
isn't it?
playing in
Like,
Brazil,
Would you have
really?
Busquets right now in your team? Actually, forget it.
Yeah.
but yeah, Martin Zubimendi, I think Liban. I'm pretty sure you said you have him on as a flop this season. And having him as a flop and having Arsenal to win the league, isn't that
Who
contradicting?
said I have him as a flop?
Well, we've personally DM'd each other and we've
I've
spoken
never said
about it.
that. I don't remember saying that. So yeah.
Okay, okay,
And then
that's
who's your
fine.
second or first?
Second is let me check. Second is Manchester City and numero uno is Liverpool because attack wins you leagues, defense wins you games, right? That's what they say, right?
Okay.
So Salah, I know people say that, he paid last season for the contract. This season would, fall off because with Salah he's not a player that always, he's 100% goal scorer. He's also an assist maker. He can actually make passes. And with Etikite making runs, Isaac potentially there. Gakpo as well, who's a very, I think he's a 7 out of 10 player, scores in big games. He's a good attacker. I think their attack option is in terms of variation, is better than Arsenal's, better than Liverpool City. So I just feel like Liverpool's there. And the only problem with Liverpool is can they get Mark Guehi in if they can get a centre back in? I just think, yeah, nobody's touching them. Nobody's touching them. Yeah.
All right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So our bottom three. I feel like most of us will have, maybe not. Actually, we'll have one definitely,
Yeah.
unless you man try to be left for some reason. But we'll say the full list.
Okay.
I've got Sunderland, Wolves, and Leeds.
Hmm.
That's mine. Sunderland, self-explanatory. I just don't think that they are good enough for the Prem. I feel like that they are a traditional Prem team, but they're just not good
Wait,
enough for.
Sunderland leads Wolves.
Yes,
Burnley staying up. Burnley.
Burnley
I think
staying
Burnley's
up.
staying up. I think Burnley's staying up.
Okay.
Fair shout, go ahead. Mhm.
I think Sunderland aren't good enough. Wolves, they've lost
Mm.
their key players, and I think Leeds are throughout the past few seasons. They've just gone up, gone down. No, they've only done it once, but I just think they're not good enough.
Interesting. Interesting one. I've gone for Burnley leads Brentford. I feel like
Okay.
Burnley have done absolutely nothing to improve their team, I think they've lost basically their two key centre backs. I think Egan Riley and someone else. I can't remember his name. Sorry, but he went for another team. Egan Riley went to, I believe he went to Marseille or Strasbourg. I can't remember one of the French teams, top team. So he's gone. Trafford is gone to Man City. So that's basically their key backbone, which basically made them so successful in the championship. And I think they conceded like something crazy, like 15 goals basically the whole season.
Yeah.
That's what they were basically known as. So that's gone.
They'll do
So they're
again.
basically weaker defensively, and I don't think they've improved that much attacking wise. I don't think they spend that much as well. So, and they've signed freaking Amanda Breuer for tw this is type of stupidness they do sometimes. I'm like, you don't
He's
have
the
much money,
reason why they will stay up.
you don't spend much money, but when you spend on stupidness. So
Yeah.
I saw the same
Foolishness.
with I saw the same with Leicester. They were in FFP issues and they spent 25 million on freaking Oliver Skip. And that's the type of stupidness they do. I like, but yeah, I think they're done. And I think who was I think so who was the other one? The other one was Leeds. Again, they didn't do much, and I think a lot of it's down to FFP. Um, and I don't think they signed that quality players. And the players they do wanted, Sunderland basically took off them. So they wanted Habib Traore,
Yeah.
Habib Diallo, he's gone. They wanted someone else, I can't remember who it was. He was gone. And
Xhaka,
I
yeah.
feel, huh?
Xhaka.
No,
Jaga,
it was Xhaka. I
Italy.
can't remember. They wanted another one, and basically Sunderland took him again. So that's basically the signings they've made. I think they signed Nmecha from Wolfsburg, not good enough. But yeah, so they're relying on Pirro, who's an ex-United flop. I can't remember whose name is, who was playing Granada, basically a relegated team. So I don't think they'll do well. And Brentford, I feel like would be the interesting one. They've not had a new manager in like 7, 8 years, 9 years. So this is a completely new thing for them. They've lost their best player in Mbeumo.
Second.
They've lost their captain in Nogard. So those are two key players for them. Plus, they're relying on a guy who's just coming back from an ACL injury and Igor basically as a striker. So you don't really know what you're gonna get from them. You signed Andrews, who basically has no experience as a coach, and was basically doing set pieces for them. But they're saying no, this guy was a lot more than set pieces. So I don't know. I feel like they've how do I say this? They've done well despite their limitations. So the key man who's doing all that, he's gone. Best player gone. Their captain gone. It's doomed to fail basically. So yeah,
Your
Yep,
three,
yep.
mate.
And yeah, Burnley leads for me are like because of the lack of investments. I just feel like you're not good enough to challenge. Then the last position for me was a toss-up between Brentford or Wolves. And for Wolves, I picked Wolves eventually because of they've lost Cunha and Ait Nouri. And if you look at the way Wolves played, them two were the two Mavericks that were causing a lot of the havoc. And they were like the players that were scored, assisted.
yeah.
And I think Brentford, I think they've got a lot of credit in my bank where because I could trust them where I just know their recruitment is kind of efficient, and I feel like they've signed players. I feel like even if I don't know them, I still think they'll turn up to be good because they've got credit in my bank.
Okay.
So whereas Wolves, I don't think they have. I don't have that
Okay.
same feeling.
So you two are saying
Yeah,
Sunderland are
The,
staying up?
yeah, yeah, this thing,
100%,
this thing. I'll say this. I'll say
100%.
this. I'll say
Enzo
this.
Lafime, mate.
I'll say this with Wolves. The only reason why I feel like they will stay up is they've signed a guy called John Arias, who was
Yeah,
basically killing it in the Club World Cup. He was
but
killing.
yeah,
He was scoring goals, and I feel like Wolves are very good at signing those type of players that you've not heard of and basically do well. Plus, they're used to hiring and firing managers, and they eventually stay up because of that. They know what they're doing. But I feel like their current manager, Vitor Pereira, is a very, very good manager, and I feel like he will do well. And I feel like, funnily enough, he played three at the back better than the guy that people basically praise for playing that. Basically, I think he's the reason why they stay up, and I feel like they're experienced, but they know what they're doing. They were doing well. Cunha got suspended for like 9, 10 games or something like that, and they did quite well without him. So. Aït-Nouri is a big one. Of course, Aït-Nouri is a big one, but I feel like their squad is good enough to cope with that, basically. And did they not say they signed someone else as well? I can't remember what it was. But yeah.
Okay.
One key one, watch out for West Ham.
No, don't watch out for West Ham.
Watch out for
West Ham
West
are
Ham.
not in danger. They are
Bro,
not in
their
danger.
fans are literally they're done with them. They're done with them. There's no optimism. They're bored out of their minds. I feel like that thing can turn sour very quick. And they basically signed no top quality players. I think the only one they signed was
Callum Wilson.
Callum Wilson.
And
This
the Leicester
this is
keeper,
such a
Henderson.
this is such
Oh,
a
let's keep it.
Yeah.
David and Sullivan type signing. It's just apparently is the agents that sign them are they're very close with Sullivan basically. So that's all I say. But with Sunderland, I feel like Xhaka is a big signing for them. I feel like they got a very good manager. I feel like they've got a very good squad, very exciting squad. But what
Yeah.
might kill them is AFCON. So that's what
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying. Basically, all the 95% of signings are from AFCON. AFCON.
Senegalese.
So. But
Senegalese.
I feel like they're a very exciting team. They're a very
Yeah.
brightful team. They could stay up.
Yeah.
I did,
No.
yeah. And I don't want to pick the same three teams to go. It's not interesting. But yeah.
Okay. Uh, Flop of the season. Um, someone go first with this because I've got
Flop
Got one.
signing. Uh,
Victor
now
Gyökeres.
it's just a flop of the
okay.
season.
Flop signing, easy. Mbeumo. I don't think he scored more than 5 goals.
Oh wow. You
I
said
don't think.
Gyökeres, coach.
As
Yeah, I think Gyökeres would be flop. I genuinely think so.
We all
I
have a big
Yeah.
player. Yeah, yeah.
you're
Yeah.
just a
I
hater.
got Verts.
Really?
Oh,
I
wow.
don't think
Okay.
I thought
he'll
that was gonna
do
be a
as.
shot. I thought that was gonna be a shot until I watched him today. But yeah.
I don't think he would. The one game, I don't think he'll do as well as people think. I think he'll have moments,
Yeah.
but if he doesn't have over, let's say, 7 goals or assists this season,
Yeah.
He's
that's
not gonna get 7 goals and assists
that's my opinion. If he doesn't get
in
that,
the league or in all competitions. I'm bailing you out.
Yeah.
this Premier League
Ah, okay.
predictions, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really? That's so you basically say
Yeah.
he's gonna score 3 or 4, basically.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Ah, okay. I don't think so. I think he'll be okay. I don't think he'll be worth 100 million, but I don't think it's gonna be a
No one
flop.
can be worth that price tag unless
Yeah.
you Declan Rice.
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna be I don't think he's gonna yeah. I should explain Gyökeres.
Oh, Gyökeres is quite simple. It's the most non-Arsenal striker I've ever seen.
Giroud?
And no, Giroud, come on, had a bit of
Giroud was good, man.
Giroud near post finish, man. I ain't gonna forget that. Giroud first touch, yo, had something about him. So
Van Dijk said he was the best, worst striker to play against.
absolutely, look at Giroud's goal catalogue. I'm
Yeah.
looking at that. That is one hell of a goal catalogue. Gyökeres is just kind of
Don't
like for
ask
me.
don't ask Hirsch about Giroud in 2016.
Oh, that's a different topic, of course. But as a career, the guy made a career out for himself, like from Montpellier to Arsenal to winning the World Cup. Like, well done. But Gyökeres, yeah, I just feel like he's I'm sounding like because I'm kind of I saw Gabriel Jesus and he gave me that nice flavor in 22, 23. And I saw Havertz, even though I'm not the biggest Havertz fan, but still there was some link-up play. I just feel like this guy will get bullied. I genuinely feel like he'll get bullied against top cent like against Van Dijk, the Harry Maguires. The big sense of action, I say. Maybe against, Sunderland, he'll score a couple, but when it's really big games, I think he'll
Got a
not
hat
be.
trick against Sunderland, yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
agree. I feel like against the top teams with the top centre backs, I think he'll struggle.
yeah.
Not even the top teams, I'm saying like the top 10 teams.
Newcastle, put Newcastle in there. Put
Yeah,
freaking Brighton
like
in there.
if you put him against Joachim Anderson, or I think he'll struggle. Or the
Yeah.
Palace back three, I think he'll struggle.
Mark Gay, mate.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
So yeah, that's my thing. But and Weber, explain Weber. I think he's a good player, mate.
Mate,
When was it?
mate,
Last
mate, a winger with no tech. Not there is nothing about him. All he does is cut in and shoot, and he relies on his movement to finish chances. Sorry, but that's not a United winger. I think
I'm
he'll
not gonna
struggle
lie.
massively. And
With
he plays the
him,
way he plays. He basically plays the same side as Ahmad. So it's basically him or Ahmad. And I think Ahmad is 10 times the player he is.
the thing is with Mboma, I think he's more of a forward than a winger.
Absolutely.
Like
Exactly.
in Brentford,
But
like
he's not.
in
But this thing with him, he's not deployed like that under Amrin.
I don't get why you signed him in the first place. That
I
that
don't,
was the most useless signing ever.
Let
70
me put
million again is 1 year in his last year of contract.
let me
That's
put
such a United
let
signing,
me
isn't
put
it?
some context for
Go on,
the
go on.
viewers, right? So Levan here has got the biggest stocks in Amad Diallo. He believes he should be a starting right winger for Manchester United. He does not like to see him at right wing back options. He does not see him as that. He thinks he's underutilized in that position. So anyone that is playing in that position is an obstacle. The guy could score 20 league goals and play in that position. He will still have Ahmad over there. So take his opinion with a pinch of salt.
But
Hundred
you're saying I'm biased because of favoritism.
100% biased on Amad Diallo. It's so obvious. It's
You
so
say
clear.
that about Arsenal as well, Arsenal players, and I always turn out to be right.
But you never out
But
on United
okay, we'll
players.
see. I'm 99.99% right on this one.
Okay.
And you will
So
see. You will see. I watched him. I watched him live.
Well, what's
I
your
saw it
prediction
was
for
literally right
November
in front
last
of
season?
me. It was literally right in front of me.
I think
So
Mbeumo's
I saw
top.
what you can't see on TV, so
And Mbeumo's top
he's not
player.
top player. Don't
He'll
that
get
you're
he'll get 12
you're
league goals
disrespecting the
easily.
word
12
top.
league goals,
You're
easily. Ooh.
Yeah.
disrespecting the word top. You're disrespecting the word top. And that XG stuff that I saw where he was basically outperforming it by God knows how much, yeah, that will happen here. You're playing for the most XG team in the world. You think that's gonna translate to the most least XG team in the world? Come on, man.
It's
Come
not
on.
polite to beat them.
Come on. It's not gonna work, man. Anyway, who's the next one? Top signing.
Next one is play of the season. There was no top signer, was there?
No, no, it's player of the season. Oh no,
Barca.
signing. I said signing.
Was the sign? Did you edit it?
Did I edit it?
If you did,
Okay, I'll say. Okay,
Okay.
okay. I'll flip it to. Okay, I'll say top signing, and I'll go also signing of the season. I'll say the player of the season this season will be, since I chose an Arsenal player, since I chose Arsenal
mhm,
to win the league, I will go.
there is no signing, but carry on.
Okay, I'll go Declan Rice. Because I feel like he is going to drag Arsenal to the league title and he's going to be a very, very crucial key cog in that team. I think him and Saka, I feel like we'll have much Saka on side there as well. I think he looks back to his best and I think he will do well. And those two are going to carry Arsenal to the team. And that defense is going to be very solid. And Declan Rice, PFA Player of the Year. As for my side, as my tingle of the thing, signing of the season, Ekitike. Looks very good. Looks very
Ah,
exciting. Good player at the
oh,
left. Good
oh,
player as striker.
oh, oh,
He's the
oh,
one that looks most exciting to me. I feel like he could
oh,
excel well in that team.
oh. If I had the receipts from the group chat, yo, the comments were different when he signed
I
for
just watch him
Liverpool.
and I like Thierry. He looks very Thierry Henry-esque,
Okay, okay, so
but he does miss a
fair
lot of
enough.
chances.
Yeah, he's still young.
Yeah. Nah, don't say he's young. You either finish, you either can finish or you can't finish.
We'll see.
Uh, Player of the season for me, Saka. I think if he has a very healthy season, I think he'll contribute at least double digits goals, 100%. He's not a scorer, but he does contribute. I think he'll get 18 assists this season. Yeah.
Hmm. Interesting. Hush.
No, and we're missing out his signing on the season for Mo.
No, no, I didn't know. I kind
He
of didn't
didn't
know.
put signing.
Yeah, sorry.
If there was, I would have
Ah,
said
okay,
Sorry.
okay. So for me, signing of the season is his name is Malik Diouf from West Ham.
yeah.
He's very good as a left wing back option. He's got a nice left peg, and I think he will get a decent amount of assists. He'll be the Kerkez of Bournemouth. Yes, you can look at me like that, Liban. Telling you, respect my Senegalese brother
I
here.
said, last season, I remember saying Ben Doak would have a breakthrough star. I think that's worse than my shout last season when
Okay.
I said Ben Doak. You don't
Oh,
even know where
okay.
Ben Doak is,
What
but
was the guy's
Okay.
name to, educate us, people?
Malik Diouf is a new signing for West Ham. He played for Slavia Prague, I believe so. And he's a young buck. He's very similar.
cool
Carry on.
question. You know who owns Slavia Prague?
At West Ham, Zona, they have a
Yeah,
percentage on it
okay,
on West Ham.
okay,
So
okay, okay.
yeah,
That's what
so
I feel like context is needed in that.
yeah, okay, but he's very good. I'm telling you, like he's very attacking. He's got a sweet left peg on him where he could just put it on. Where Benjamin Mendy at Monaco, where he would always put it in that danger zone. And
Mm.
he's got that feeling about him. So yeah, he's one to watch out. Player of the season for me, because of how the game has evolved with people are putting massive emphasis on XG, I think it'll be Cole Palmer. I just think it would just be because he's a player that scores penalties, scores who scored three in one game, and then he would just go missing 4 games. I think the game has evolved to that level where now it's not all about on the eye, it's all about the XG to show whether you're good enough. And I think Cole Palmer would take it. Unfortunately, Declan Rice is a good shout. I respect that, but XGs would not like that, unfortunately, man. Just saying, you know how the game is.
You're a
Salah
hater, by the
started
way.
it.
You're a hater.
Hate on who?
You're a hater of Cole Palmer. You've been for a while, so
I am a hater, but I'm just saying, I know he'll win it, but Ekitike is a good shout for player of the season.
yeah, just,
Just
he
for
just looks like a Liverpool player.
Ah, yeah.
signing a season, I'll just put João Pedro in there.
Oh,
Okay,
that's a good shout. That's a good shout.
that's a
He
very
was he
good.
was literally my
That is literally
apostle.
a very good set. I'll be honest.
All
Yeah.
right. Ones to watch.
I got one.
Uh, Go on.
The form of Van Dijk and Salah. I feel like this is
Uncle
a season
H.
where one of them or both of them can fall off. So far it's not looked good for Van Dijk. Neither has it been for Salah. Uh, yeah, and normally when you give out contracts, you know what happens. I know they've defied it for the last 2 years with the contracts of, but I feel like this season doesn't look very good. I think Salah will still put up numbers. I think his role will change, and I feel like he's not going to be as explosive as he was last season. Van Dijk, I think eventually you're going to start looking
Yeah.
old.
Start showing his
Although
age,
he
yeah.
will be look good in most games, but I feel like that aura is gonna start to fall off.
Yeah.
I'm just saying once to watch out for. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just saying one to watch out.
It's good or bad, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Me, a couple seasons ago, I had this player. However, he did get injured, and then for the whole season, and he couldn't come back. And then I completely forgot about him. And then there was a SDS episode that had their prediction on there, and then it reignited my memories of this guy. I think Oscar Bob. I think he would be very good this season. I think is he left-footed? Is
Yep.
right.
Right.
Yeah,
Left footed.
I think in my opinion, he's better than Savinho.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he'll probably he's more of a pet player than Savinho. So I think I'm also a
100%.
pet fan. The City fans like him, so I think he'll do very good this season as well if he gets the time, of course.
That's what I was gonna say. I heard rumors that he might be put on loan basically because I
Mm,
think his minutes will be restricted because he's behind Foden and Savinho in that order. Shaq can also play there, so I think he
mm,
might be on loan. So I don't know. It could be happen, but I feel like he hasn't shown that
hasn't
level
shown true.
last season, which can because obviously he broke his leg in it,
Yeah,
so that could happen. That could it could happen. It could happen.
it could.
One to
I'm
watch
basing
out
it
for.
off of what's it?
Yeah, yeah,
Sunday,
it's
10th
one
of
to watch
August,
out as
8th
well.
of August.
Yeah, one to watch out. So yeah, Hush.
Yeah. And for me, it's Ryan Cherky. I think this guy
That was my
defines.
one. I
He
completely forgot about that.
he he he
Nah.
defines for me Maverick in terms of everything. He's what our manager doesn't like at the same time likes. He does things that I think no other player in the league can do. He's got this feeling to the game where I think no one has that in the league. I think he's just special when he's got the ball on the pitch. I think there'll be debates this season where people talk about, Cole Palmer, is he better than Shaqiri? I just think Shaqiri is just on a different planet. If Shaqiri can play in any era, that's how I'd say. Shaqiri can play in the early thousands, the 2000s,
You weren't
the
rating him though
2010s.
before, weren't you?
He will just be top, top.
You weren't rating him before, were you? Before the Man United game.
Hey, listen, I had Shaqiri stocks when he was 16, so
Well,
let's not go back in the
I
archives,
have
okay?
receipts from what you were saying before the United game, second leg. I know
I
what
have
you were
we
saying.
do we do have receipts for that as well, but
Yeah,
I
I
have
can
receipts
bring
for
up very
2016.
quickly. Okay.
But yeah, so Shaqiri, I'm telling you guys,
Yeah.
he will he will he will change games.
To be fair, as one to watch out for, that is a shout because I feel like it could go really, really good or really, really bad. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right, that's it.
Right, come. I've noted everything down on the.
I did too as well. So
Yeah. So just we have a note, and I'll share it among us because I don't keep it for myself.
yeah.
It's a good thing.
All right. Well, no problem. I'm not hiding. So
Right.
I'm one to
By the way, you're doing your forfeit in the
okay.
first game of the season,
Okay. I'll be
and
ready.
your forfeit, Hirsch, I don't even know what to do with you.
Let
Don't
me think of
worry.
one, innit? Let me think
I
of
can
one
get
for
a
you.
shirt. I can get a
No,
United.
no, 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 no
That would be tough
shirting,
for me
no
in my
shirting.
heart.
I think since it was season 2, I think we have to up the level.
Okay,
Up the
sorry.
level.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna buy some hair dye.
So we're gonna do
I
the
should never do
SDS.
that.
Are we gonna do the
I'll know. I
SDS
should
green
never
thing?
do that.
Yeah, no chance. Listen, we need to see first of all, Live and do it. If you can do his green hair thing, we might do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh,
But yeah.
For watching.
thanks for watching and ciao.